Theater was my sole comfort zone.
Oh my gosh, ako palang batang ama. Pero ikaw yung ama ng sarili mo. You were just a happy, pleasant person to watch and you were fresh. Award-winning actor, my favorite leading man, amazing theater actor, and so much more. We're gonna find out all of that today. We have JC Santos! Hi, JC!
Hello to all the people gonna be watching this.
Today, we are gonna figure out how JC unlocked his limitless status. Ang hirap pala nung hi, JC. Hindi pala ako sanay ng hi, JC.
Oo nga. Hindi na tayo, yun na yung endearment namin.
Ako personally, I know a lot of your wins in life, a lot of your ups and downs, but you're one of the few that's still very private. And I don't think you're madamot with your personal life. It's just that parang walang avenue that you talk about it. But I would love for people to know all of these accomplishments in your life and like how you were able to go through it and achieve it. So let's start from the very start. How did you even get into acting, Caps? Like, i-share mo sa amin yung course mo nung college. Bakit ka napadpad dito sa mundong to?
Ito yung way para kilalanin ko yung sarili ko. It's my only venue of getting to know myself better. Kasi I was an angry kid before when I was young.
Really?
I was a really angry kid. As in, I always get into trouble. I always learn the hard way until I join a community theater. This could be an avenue emotions. Pwede ako maging expressive ng sobra dito. Tapos doon ko na-realize na, oh my gosh, ang kitid pala ng utak ko. Isa lang yung method ko of dealing with things. Doon ko na-appreciate na parang pwede ko pala itong maging therapy sa akin nung 15 years old ako. Living with OFWs, OFW parents. So they're not around all the time, so wala akong guidance. So I'm a really problem kid.
Did you ever feel like you had to be extra responsible, or do you think that's one of the reasons why you matured, or do you feel you matured quickly actually?
Yeah, kasi parang ako na lang mag-isa, and then parang problems in front of me I can't deal. Parang I don't know how to deal with a lot of parang grown-up problems, adult problems.
Oo, 15 ka pa lang eh.
Okay, kapag wala na pala akong pera, saan ako pupunta?
Oh my gosh, ako palang batang ama. Pero ikaw yung ama ng sarili mo. Anong nag-push sa'yo na umalis sa comfort zone mo, which is Pampanga?
When I was growing up, 15 years old ako, alam ko na yung it's up to you. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to New York or you want to go to the West End? Ako, syempre, as a kid, since nasa West End ka na, I mean, nagpunta ka na ng Germany, Stuttgart, Germany, and everything, gusto ko matry yung Broadway. Gusto kong maintindihan kung paano sa New York. And this is me, ambition lang yun na random na parang, matutuloy kaya yun kapag
pero grabe, ganun ka palang kabata. Pino-project mo na yung big things in your life. Personally, I can't speak for everyone else. Pero nung 15 ako, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. Parang for you to already have that thought in your mind na yun yung end goal ko, makakarating ako ng Broadway. For a 15-year-old, that's amazing. Lalo na, sabi mo nga, you were a humble kid. That's big. So you're also dreaming big.
Theater was my sole comfort zone.
Okay.
Tapos, until I met Tony Mabesa. And then the Fantastic Musical, until he gave me a recommendation letter going to UP. Maraming nakaramdam sa AUF na parang, si JC kita na, parang gano'n. Kasi I was doing well there.
Do you think you would be where you are today if you stayed?
No, kasi I marami na ako nakasama na people who loves traveling. For some reason, I think mayroong nagsabi sa akin that your life's gonna have a pattern. Like every 2 years, you're gonna keep changing places. As in, true enough.
You took theater, right? In UP?
I'm a performance major in Dulang UP. Meron akong friend at that time na nag-audition for Universal Studios Singapore. Sabi niya, audition ka para magkasama tayo doon. At nag-audition ako. It's a 3-day audition. I remember it was in BGC. And then, so I got in. They called ko, hindi tinawagan.
Oh my gosh, ikaw yung nakapasok pero yung kaibigan mo hindi. The person who wasn't meant to be there that day, minsan yun pa talaga yung natatanggap. Ang dami ko nababasang ganyang story. Galing.
The first year, syempre, first time kong lumabas ng country.
Okay.
At the age of 19.
And you were alone?
That was a painful experience kasi my ears popped so bad I want to go back to the Philippines.
sa plane, okay. So you're so young and then you're suddenly living the high life. Yung parang, okay, biglang kumikita ka na, like good money.
I wanted to experience the whole idea of being an OFW kasi I have OFW parents. So, gusto ko maintindihan kung bakit kailangan umalis ng parents ko. And nagkaroon ako ng sobrang respect with all the OFWs at that time. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, ang hirap pala. I have a lot of money, I can buy whatever I want, but I can't do whatever I want. This is not my comfort zone. This is not my territory. 2011, I remember, I met someone from Hong Kong. She worked in Hong Kong Disneyland, and then I auditioned to Hong Kong Disneyland. I got into Hong Kong Disneyland. No, not at this time. The work is much easier than Universal.
Okay, so tumagal ka sa Hong Kong, I'm assuming.
I stayed there for 2 years, diba? This is the time I realized I can go to New York to live the dream. I resigned in Hong Kong Disneyland. Tapos nag-audition na ako nito. And by this time, di ko pa nalalaman na nakapasok na ako. And then I went home, parang 4 months lang to have a production in DUP, in the University of the Philippines. And then I flew to New York. Parang I got in, and then September, nandun na ako. 24 years old.
Bilis. Oo, ang bilis ng mga pangyayari. What was different in New York? Parang what were your initial impressions, or how did New York affect you as a person?
The thing about studying in New York is they have guidelines of how to do acting. I was introduced to a lot of methods, a lot of books of how to do acting. Being a Filipino, ang strength that we have, we know pain. We can translate pain. We can show. Mas madali kong nagawa, I think, yung acting nung time na yon dahil mas naiintindihan ko yung sarili ko. I remember nung nasa New York, the whole acting became a therapy talaga.
Gaano ka katagal nag-stay sa New York? 2 years din?
I remember I stayed there for a year.
Okay.
Nung na-realize ko na parang I got the dream. I'm performing in the Broadway stage even though it's a school show, diba? And then I keep seeing a lot of Broadway shows. So parang for me, na-achieve ko na yung greatest dream ko nung 25. So parang, nag-gradu na. Oo, so ngayon, ang ginawa ko na lang ay nagpatayo na lang ako ng sarili kong bahay, like a singles house na parang pupunta lang ako sa Maynila. I just want to buy my little own car. Tapos mag-audition lang ako sa mga plays na hindi ko problemahin yung pera kasi nakapag-ipon naman ako. I just want to be a theater actor.
Nag-retire ka at 25.
Kahit nahirapan ako nung time na yun, it was 5 years of my life na wala ako sa bansa. I keep telling them, you know what, yung lawak na natutunan ko nung nasa ibang bansa ako ay hindi ko yun matututunan sa Pilipinas lang. In a way, naging humble ako nung time na pag-uwi ko na okay, I get it. Mas lumawak yung understanding ko of things, mas, alam mo yun, mas naging patient ako, gano'n. So,
right.
Yeah, it's a different ball game.
Nabit-bit mo na ngayon lahat to. Uwi ka ngayon ng Pilipinas na feeling ko mas mabait ka nung umuwi ka ng Pilipinas kasi may understanding ka na rin ng buhay ng parents mo. So I think, ako personally, I would say in a way, it might have healed a few wounds also, like personal issues. And syempre, age comes a certain level of maturity. Tapos biglang may pera ka na, may ipon ka. Why did you end up and how did you end up in TV?
I remember getting a text from Sandino Martin. So Sandino asked me to audition for a play, pero pelikula. What we did is we rehearsed it for a month and then shot it for 4 days. There's no cut kasi nga it was treated as theater. Never dreamed of being on screen talaga. Kasi nga, I remember, for me, just auditioning in there, being support, it's already enough. I mean, I'm still doing theater while doing parang guest extras, gano'n na. One play, si Direct When watch, right? When dramas. And then the next day, I'm invited to shoot for a teleserye. Sabi niya,
palabas to ka?
Yeah, ito yung Flor de Liza.
Flor de Liza, okay. 2015.
Si Direct Wen's, his process is he writes a script on the spot.
Yes.
And he's expecting you to memorize it right away.
Which is not your style.
And then, I auditioned for a TV5.
Okay.
Forever Sucks. So we did a 10-minute show, and then I got in, and then it's Jasmine. Your partner is gonna be Jasmine Curtis. So natapos yung season 1, it was successful. They were getting me for season 2, and then I auditioned to ABS-CBN with Sir Deo. I remember there was 100 boys.
Wow.
For a teleserye.
I feel like this is the project that really made people see you. Kasi TV na to.
Yeah.
Magiging household name ka na, kumbaga.
And then, sabi,
Parang casting
show.
modeling.
Yeah. Jadine. It's gonna be shot in Greece. It was Antoinette Hadaone auditioning. I remember the script was, it's a gay role na nagka-come out siya sa best friend niya. It's a super light moment na you can magka-come out ka sa best friend mo. That could be just then she appreciates you. I
feel like pag audition kasi, ang thought process is laban. Yung iiyakan ko to kahit hindi hinihingi. Ipapakipit ko. So, magka-come out ako sa best friend ko, ibibigay ko lahat. Iiyak ako ng bato. Yung ganun yung thought process pag audition, di ba? You want to show them your range and like your capabilities as an actor. So I guess in that sense nga, you gave the most non-stereotypical audition.
Every time you audition naman, parang leave it na. Tapos move on to the next na ako kung ano man may pumasok. So I didn't
do it. Tapos
didn't expect anything. Like 2 weeks, I was invited for kukunan ako ng video because parang meron silang ilo-launch. Tapos may camera people. Tapos everybody's looking at me. Na wala pa nag-explain sa akin kung ano nangyayari. And then, ito ka video of me na parang may binigay akong letter and then they showed it to a trade launch pala. That they're introducing a new character. Ganun.
Wow.
So that night,
they didn't even tell you first.
Kung nasabi man sa akin, parang hindi ko man dinibdib na parang, and whenever I get something from TV, I don't expect na it's gonna be a lead role. I mean, it's not gonna be a major role. It's one night, I remember nagsa-social media ako, of course, Instagram. I have 14,000 followers. Nangyari.
Nasaan ang galing? Ano dati?
Parang ano nga lang 2,000 lang yata. Parang gano'n kasi pa theater community
biglang
lang yan. Saka mga friends from New York and Hong Kong.
Oo.
Nagkaroon ako ng meeting na parang, JC, ganito na yung mangyayari sa'yo ha. Ganito na yung magiging takbo ng buhay mo.
Sobrang same ng process nung nangyari sa akin sa Dreamscape. Nung audition ko naman for Provinciano, nakakatawa kasi I did 10,000 hours with Tito Robin, with sila Direk Joyce. Yeah. We flew to Amsterdam. Konti lang yung eksena ko sa buong pelikula. Siguro like 7-8 eksena. I was part of the writing team of the project. And then we went on to get 14 nominations for MMFF for the film. Alam mo yung biglang catapulted ka to something unexpected. Yung umakyat ako sa stage para tumanggap ng trophy ng Best Original Story. It opened a totally different world. And at this point, I was still in GMA. Out of nowhere, I get a call from ABS-CBN. I get a call from Direk Lauren Joby asking for a meeting. I explained my situation. I was under contract. Tapos biglang walang nangyari. Yung, wala na, hindi ka na tinawagan kasi nga may kontrata ako kailangan ko i-honor yung contract ko. I finished my contract in GMA. And then, I remember, Julia Barreto was gonna celebrate her 18th birthday. Parang may debut siya. I didn't want to go for some reason that day. Parang I wasn't feeling well. So, sila Danny were like, go na, we'll have fun, ganyan. I ended up going and I actually had a really great time. And I remember from across the room, I saw Sir Deo for the first time in my life. Tapos alam mo yung nag-lock eyes lang kayo, nagkatinginan lang kayo. And then, next thing I knew, I was invited to ABS-CBN again, parang a few days after, sa isang room ng lahat ng creatives ng Dreamscape. Tapos parang introduce yourself. Parang ganon. Yung uupo ka doon, hot seat. Sabi lang nila, can you work with us? Sabi ko, yeah, I can now. My contract's ending. And then I got a call a few days after to go to Sir Deo's house. So dumating ako naka-shorts, like maong shorts, t-shirt, bahay. Kasi sabi bahay ni Sir Deo yung pupuntahan ko. Hindi ko naman alam na pag ganon, ganap ka pala dapat dadating. Yung parang naka-dress, nakapa-makeup. I remember sitting, waiting for instructions of why I was there, what was happening. Parang sinurvan ako ng food. And then, from my peripheral, I see Coco Martin coming in. I didn't know I was auditioning for Provinciano. Ayun ulit, lumipas. Hindi ko alam kung natanggap ako, wala na ako narinig. Biglang pinapunta ako sa ABS sa 13th floor sa ELJ building. press ko na! Na naka-maong shorts na naman ako kasi akala ko na naman kwentuhan lang. Pero naka-jacket naman. But I remember them saying a few months after na that's exactly what we loved about you. Parang you didn't come in as, I'm an award-winning actress or this is what I can do. I'm an award-winning creator. This is what I can do. I just came as myself and I feel like they saw that in you also. I feel like people don't know these behind the scenes na one moment can really change the rest of your life. So I owe my career to Julia Barreto's debut. I remember your launch. I was invited to the screening of your project, of your teleserye with JD.
Yeah.
And we were made to watch the first week, diba, of pilot week nung teleserye. So pinakita ganda ng Greece, everything, and obviously yung team up ng JD for TV. It was gonna be their first pairing ng proper teleserye on screen. And then you come out like this random fresh boy that lives in Greece na with curly hair. Tapos naalala ko may eksena ka nakabike parang dadating ka nakabike. I was like, who the hell is this guy? I feel like you captured us sa pilot week pa lang and wala pang nangyayari sa character mo nun. Wala pang reveal, wala pa yung conflict ng character mo na you were gonna come out as gay. You were just a happy, pleasant person to watch and you were fresh. I remember getting a call a few weeks before that from my boss in Viva, from Boss Vincent, telling me na I was gonna be given a project called Isang Daang Tula Para Kay Stella and your name was on the list of people I could potentially work with. I just remembered thinking nung nakita kita sa screen, parang, yes, I want to work with this guy. Like, this is it. You are Fidel of Isang Daang Tula Para Kay Stella. So it was a life-changing moment for me in a sense, but also in a very calm, casual way kasi nasa Trinoma Cinema lang naman tayo nun. But I think we have to credit Dreamscape for things like that. Magaling silang mag-position ng tao and to show people what you can do. And I really love Dreamscape for that.